What is going on, guys? Andrew Simpson here, aka ASimp Vlogs, and I'm
back at it again
with another video. Alright, so if you remember my first video, I talked to you a little bit about how I spent a year and a half off taking no classes just so I can figure out what I wanted to do. Well, let me tell you a little bit about what I want to do, and I want to tell you a story about how I realized that this is what I want to do. So what I realized I want to do is I want to help people become a better, more confident version of themselves. And the way that we're going to do that is by making it easier to communicate with others, because that's the first problem that we're looking to solve with our company, someone new. But we're looking to do far more than that. We're going to help people in all aspects of their lives. Anything that they feel like is holding them back, we're going to look to help them move right past that. So let me just tell you a story really quick. So I was in high school. I was in my senior year, and I was looking for a job for the summer, right? So my parents and I were in Walmart, and we walked right past this cop, and then there was this guy sitting in a wheelchair. I think he was disabled or something. And my mom said, you should walk over to that guy and then ask him if he can get you an internship at the police department. Because at that time, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer, and I thought it would be an interesting thing to see the perspective of the people that I would potentially be helping when I become a lawyer. So I walked over to him, I pitched myself to him. I said, hey, my name is Andrew. I'm a senior here at Reservoir High School. I'm looking to get an internship because I want to be a lawyer. I already had an internship for the state attorney's office, but I wanted to get another perspective. And he said, sorry, I can't help you out. We're not really looking for interns. I can get the word out if you send me your resume, but that's all I can do. All right, later. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. As I was walking away, the guy sitting next to him, the guy who looked like he was a bit overweight, he was in a wheelchair, he was actually in one of those little carts that you can take around, and the little motorized carts that you can sit in and when you're going around Walmart. And it turns out this guy, he pulled me over. He said, hey son, you did a really good job there, and I love the way that you are articulating yourself, and the fact that you're trying to do a lot, and you're a high schooler. That's amazing to me. He said, here's my card, just send me a message whenever and I'll help you out. I was like, okay, sure, thanks. And then I went home, looked at his card, and I went on his website, and I tried to figure out who this guy was. Turns out this guy was a multi-millionaire. He was a multi-millionaire CEO of his own real estate empire. He's a one-man band, and he gets a lot of work done. This guy, I emailed him, and he said, I can connect you with senators, I can connect you with a lot of people. And it's funny because as soon as we left, I was like, okay, this guy was driving a Ferrari, right? And he was just a guy that I would normally walk right past. You just walk right past him, and then you never know what someone else is able to do for you. And that's not the reason why you should be nice. I personally am a firm believer in you should be nice to everyone you meet, because you never know who you're talking to. Not just because of what they can do for you, but just because you never know what's going on in that person's life, and you could help that person. You never know anything about that person, so if you just smile at someone, it can make someone's day. Now, another story, I was at a pitch competition not too long ago, and there was this guy just sitting on his phone texting, and he was sitting right next to the CEO of Weebly. David Rosenko was sitting right next to him. He didn't say a word to him because he was on his phone texting. That was a wealth of knowledge right next to him. He just missed out on that opportunity. That's why we're trying to solve this problem. We're trying to make it so that it's normal for people to walk up to new people and have a conversation. Now, that was a lot of talking right there. That was just the intro to what I want to talk about. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that I truly believe, and what I found out is that everyone has value. Everyone has value. Some people don't know their own value, and we miss out on these opportunities as individuals. I can miss out on my opportunity if I didn't have these experiences. I could have easily chosen not to go to Penn State, and my reality could be completely different. If I went to University of Maryland, which is the one I was going to go to because it would have been easier since it was in state for me, I could have missed out on so many opportunities. I wouldn't be here right now, obviously, but I could have been continuing my path as a lawyer and then realized a year or two after being a lawyer that I didn't want to do it. So you just never know. But the thing is, we miss out on so much opportunity as individuals when people don't see their own value. There's a lady I work with right now, and she's a server at Red Lobster. She is amazing. She is meant to do this. She has people that are willing to wait an hour just so that they can have a conversation with her. They're gonna get the same exact food that they would have gotten otherwise, but they're willing to wait because she adds that much value to their lives. That's amazing. There's people that are amazing, cashiers, no matter what position they have, there's people that have value that they add some people don't even take advantage of it. She takes advantage of it because she's doing what she loves. If you're doing what you love, that's amazing. That's amazing. You win. If you're doing what you love and you have no problem doing it, and then people are seeing the value in you, you won. How can you debate that? You can't. If you think of something as simple as a phone, like imagine we're all a phone, right? So we're a phone, and the things that make us into this kind of phone, there's different elements of our lives, right? So the screen right here, the little gizmos, each thing that was created to make this phone, that represents us. I truly believe that. I think that every component of our life helps us become this phone that we are. Now, that might not make sense to a lot of people. I'm not saying we're actually a phone. I'm saying that the phone is made up of a lot of different elements. And these elements are things that happen in your life, influences. For example, for me, I was fortunate to have two parents that loved me and saw great value in me. And they made me see that value in myself. When I was going through hard times, my parents were always like, "You're going to make it. We know you're going to make it. You have something about you." Even when you were 3 years old, you knew everyone in the neighborhood and everyone saw that value in you. And I think everyone has that value. They just need someone to see it in them. That was a long rant, actually. But yeah, I mean it all. I think that people need to see their own value, and we need to help people see their value. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to impact people and help people see that they're capable of much more than they think they are. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you next time with another rant, most likely. But I do want to get into more actual videos about my company and my experience. I definitely want to eventually get to the point where I'm vlogging my experience outside of just this studio I'm in right now. I would love to get to the point where I am taking you along with me, where when I was sitting in the office, writing on the board and all that. But I think we have to do more before that becomes interesting. Right now, that doesn't mean anything. So actually, this doesn't mean anything either. But at the same time, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I'll see you next week. See you.